Welcome back. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
So good.
We have to do, I'm Zeke.
I'm Kamara.
And this is
Blocked
Podcast.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So ready for the next one.
Yeah, I love the shirt.
Thank you. Good shirt. Good shirts today.
Yes, and mine you also love, I can tell. Even though you didn't say it to the camera.
Oh my god, love Zeke's shirt. Kind of made me sad. I looked at it, I was like, oh. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I love it. My shirt is very reminiscent of 90s Jamaica Avenue, New York City. Pretty sure that's where this came from.
Yeah.
So, very near and dear to my heart. That's a very New York niche thing that we can get into another time. Another
day. How have you been?
I've been good. Prepping for this trip.
Yes, that's right.
Prepping for my birthday trip.
Yes.
Ugh, just like sickeningly, that's another part of my illness is that I feel like I have to buy 10 new outfits every time I go for any form of trip, especially if it's like a vacation, like tropical trip. I'm like, oh, I need 40 new outfits to change 3 times a day. I don't know about you.
I don't.
Oh, it's just me. It's just me.
That's just you. But I do take a lot of clothes.
You take a lot of clothes.
I'm in. Last episode I talked about hating packing.
Oh, yes.
But when I do pack, I am an overpacker. So bad.
I don't think that's a bad quality.
I will take a suitcase twice as big as I need, fill it with 5 pairs of shoes, wear 1 pair of shoes the whole trip.
Oh.
Like that kind of thing.
I don't have that disease.
Not that extreme, but like I'd have that thing. It's that same thing where I keep things, you know, like in my closet. I'm like, okay, but maybe one day someone's going to have a themed party where I need to wear this 1960s bellhop costume.
Yes.
You know? And,
no, literally.
Right. And so I'm like, I'm not going to get rid of that. Because the moment I do, I'm getting that party full invite to a 1960s bellhop party.
Literally party full.
Yeah. So,
airdropped.
Right.
At a bar.
Yeah. So I take so much stuff because I'm like, okay, well, what if we go to a fancy dinner? Okay, what if we want to go swimming at the pool? What if my feet hurt in these shoes and I need a pair slightly more comfortable for this? Yep. Yeah. So what if I go to a restaurant that says you can't wear any shoes except for like
loafers
or like lace, like
shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
No, exactly.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah.
That's my disease, is overbuying, overpacking, and over-preparedness. Because, like, I'm the kind of person, I think I probably had one traumatic episode on a trip where, like, I was 1 panty short. And that ruined the entire trip for me. And I'm washing my underwear in a sink in Paris.
Oh, my God.
Like, and because I can't. No, I need, like, I always pack, when I pack for trips, I'll, like, for my underwear specifically, I'll go every day times 2 plus 1. Like tips.
Right.
Like a 20% tip, 20% underpants.
So basically, so what I'm counting is 3 pair of underwear a day.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Depends on what's going on.
Ooh.
Oh! I'm preparing for this trip, and the Black Friday sales have been pretty fucking good. I've been finding, like, the most amazing random things that you think you would not find in the middle of winter for my trip. Like, for example, went to Nordstrom, found this beautiful retrofit beach cover-up on the floor.
Oh.
On the floor, like literally sifted through the racks. Saw this one beautiful, like, imagine the inside of a seashell, like pearlescent blue dress, literally tangled up on a rack, on the leg of a rack. Like 90% off. It was originally like a $300 dress.
Whoa.
Got it for $70.
That's incredible.
Right?
That's good.
Right.
That's good.
I'm wearing that on my vacation. Another outfit.
I just went to Nordstrom with a friend of ours. And it was so fun. It was,
how was that?
It was overwhelming.
Because it's crazy.
It's crazy. Everything's $1 billion. Of
course.
And then when you look at the sales rack, it's only $500 million.
Of course.
But it's not done in an organized way, and like it's nothing that you would ever want to buy. But sometimes, every now and then, like in there's some good stuff. We went to the ladies one because across the street, on the other side of the street, is men's. Which there was some nice stuff over there. But the entire first floor of men's, because it's middle of winter, beginning of winter right now, is all coats and outerwear.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of stuff other than like upstairs is more formal wear.
Yeah.
So there's no in between there. I want to go back when it's not outerwear downstairs to see if there's like anything else. But yeah,
I'm trying to get better about like what I buy and what I keep. I'm trying not to have SHEIN hauls. Like spend like, if I only spend $150, I can get a whole new wardrobe that I'm gonna wear once and it's gonna wash and dissolve. It's gonna get touched by water and then disappear.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best not to be that person and trying to be more intentional about how I shop. So I do a lot of thrifting. I wanted to take you to the really good thrift store in my area, but unfortunately it's closed. But that's what makes it good. It's like in a synagogue, in like the basement of a synagogue. And fun. It's like, all the shit there is like bougie AF. There was a Burberry coat that I did not buy because it was like 3 sizes too big. And it just looked like I was like 2 children sitting on someone's shoulder.
Right.
Like 2 kids stacked on top of each other trying to get into the movies. Like, I was like, this is silly as shit. Like, I'm not going to buy it. But like, full Burberry trench, $30.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And their suit jackets just... They have
my weakness.
They do a suit sale.
Yeah.
Because these men are just dropping off their suits and they don't accept watches. That's the one thing we're asking.
Dang.
Like about jewelry and stuff. They do like nice jewelry.
Yeah.
But they don't accept watches because sometimes they get watches that don't work, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Right. But you would fucking die for this store.
That's exciting. We're not planning our weekend.
Speaking of shopping and doing really too much, I wanted to get into my blog topic. If we can.
Yeah, of course. Wait, hold on. Let me see if there's anything that I have updates for.
Yeah, what are your updates?
My updates are I still need to put together the sewing machine.
Yes.
But I have figured out what I'm going to be embroidering first.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
I want to start. There's this little skeleton guy that I really want. I think I've showed you him before. I want to put him on a pocket. Yeah, I want to put him on a pocket, or I just want to put him on something. I think so. I probably said this before. I have a closet in my entryway that is literally only like suit jackets and blazers. And I have to stop purchasing them. But when I see good ones for cheap, I have to buy them.
Yeah.
And when they fit, when you find a jacket or like a sports coat or like anything like that that fits you at a thrift store.
Oh my God.
And
you have to get it.
When I'm going to my thrift stores back home in Texas, they are like $7, $11. It is crazy. I told you before, not a suit, but I found like for $3.50 that green Oscar de la Renta sweater. I haven't shown you. I'll show you whenever after this, but that is incredible. I swear it's never been worn. $3.50.
That's insane because they just don't know what it is.
They don't know. They don't know. There's stuff coming. There's like, okay, there's also that other store where I got that Frada bag. That
looks good.
Yeah, I love it. That like people are taking their bags there, or like rich relatives are passing away and their family or don't know what to do with their stuff. So like, let's drop it off at the church. Yeah. And this church has like their resale barn and there's this locked cabinet with bags in it. And you're like, whoa, this is gold in here. Yeah. And you look and it is, and you're getting like a $250 like Tory Burch black tote for like $30. Or like, so they do say, when I was there last time, they were like, the girls know what day that they like restock, and they say there is a line out the door.
Oh my God.
So I'm trying to be first in that line. Oh. I want to go and have first pickings. I want to be walking away with.
We're camping out.
Oh, absolutely.
Literally, absolutely. Soccer chairs.
And there's a Sonic not far.
Double foot
Some
long.
ocean water.
2 for $1 longs. Some ocean water.
Yeah, 12-inch quarter-pound chili cheese coney. Foot-long quarter-pound chili cheese coney.
Some tots.
Oh, loaded tots or Reggie?
Loaded tots.
Yeah,
Loaded
they're good.
tots.
They're good. Chili tots, chili cheese
bathroom.
tots. And the place, I wouldn't go to the bathroom in this place. It's like in a bar. It's in like, do you know
A
about
literal barn?
Do you know about shop houses?
What the fuck is that?
So the real ones will know. A shop house is like do you know like barn dominium?
What is that?
Okay.
Is this like a Texas thing?
I guess it's like a southern thing. A shop house is like, like when there are those, I don't know how to explain it. Like homes that are they look like they could just be a garage.
Yeah.
Okay, think of a carport.
Okay.
You know how they're made of like that aluminum kind of siding and like, it's not like wavy. And there's like the silver wavy kind, but it's like angular.
Yeah.
Well, homes made out of that are basically like designed as like kind of a loft, like as in like it's just one big space, and they're super tall and the walls don't go all the way up. That's why I say loft, just because the space is so tall. But it is a cheap way to basically you're pouring concrete and then you're putting up just the walls on the outside and then building, loft style sort of walls on the inside that do have ceilings on the top. They're just like not going all the way to the rafters of the building. And it's like cheap to run and maintain. It's quick to build and put up. And it's nice. They're nice too. So basically sometimes people will build those, live in there for a few years while their home, like a house is being built.
Interesting.
But some people, a lot of people I know and like, I love them and I have family that lives in them and like they just build those and live in those.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing up here. There's no space for that.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I didn't know if you knew about it.
No.
And now you do. Anyway,
Wow.
what? How do we get there?
We were talking about thrift stores, intentional purchasing.
Oh, you don't want to use the bathroom at this one because it is in like
A hole.
basically a shop, and it is like you just don't want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah,
We're just
And it's
camping
like,
out.
It's definitely one of those where it's like the fish hook in the eye, like that's the lock,
Oh.
It's like the little, yeah. And someone like pushes it open. There's like the gap that big so they can totally see your panties around your ankle.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh my god. So,
So,
shall we
let's go.
get into the block topics? Not the block topics. I'm sorry. What I'm blocking this week.
Yeah.
So what I'm blocking this week, piggybacking off of my original topic
Screaming.
of my.
Hello.
Sorry. Oh my god. Sorry, everybody. So piggybacking off my original topic of just over shopping when it comes to any new event or life thing or just because. Overconsumption, especially going into 2025. Yes, this is 2024, but I am blocking overconsumption just because, like, I feel like I was going through a lot of like, and I'm going specific. I'll just give one specific example, just like my beauty products, like in my boudoir area, like my getting ready space in my apartment. I have like my own like vanity area with my makeup and hair and like I have a whole sink, like my own sink, and like under that all my products. And I was going through it because I was just organizing all my makeup and jewelry and stuff like that. And I was going through like drawers and drawers and drawers and cleaning it out. And I was like, why do I have 50 pairs of eyelashes? Like, what? I haven't worn eyelashes since last December.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like New Year's is the last time you're last
No,
year. Yeah.
literally, it's
Right.
probably the last
holiday
time I wore a
parties.
half
Right.
lash.
Right.
And I was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't keep fucking doing this. I can't keep like looking at a sale on like Amazon where it's like, ooh, 50 pairs of cat eyelashes for $1.32. You need this, girl. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Okay, but $1.32.
No, see, that's the problem.
Right? Yeah.
I don't need. That's the problem.
You're right.
See,
Yeah.
this is the problem. And then like also when I go to Marshall's and like I'm on TikTok and I see like the latest beauty trend and I'm like, or beauty skincare trend, and I go to Marshall's and it's like they have the new in and it's the exact thing where it's like, here's the new niacinamide facial cleanser I do drop thing, and I'm like, baby girl, I need this.
Right.
Stopping that.
Oof.
I'm gonna start. There's this I forget, some influencer on TikTok was doing some kind of clear out of her closet, and she's like a purge, essentially, like a makeup purge or a product purge, where she's like, I'm no longer going into 2025 buying anything new. I'm using every single product I have until the last drop, crumb, speck, glitter until I buy something new. I'm not going to Sephora and buying a whole new concealer just because I didn't like the way this one looked on my skin or whatever. I'm not going to get a new eyeshadow palette just because I'm feeling down. I'm not gonna. And I was like, oh, girl, that's literally my MO every day. I'm not going to spend $300 on TJ Maxx just because I had a bad day. Like, no, like, I will not do it anymore. I'm only doing intentional shopping going forward. And I don't know if you've seen just overconsumption and like the whole conversation of overconsumption. Did you see this new Netflix doc that came out?
No.
About that?
About the girl that like buys stuff online?
No, it's like more of like a documentary just about waste and like...
I say that because to me, I don't know anything about it other than what maybe 2 lines I've heard from people. But isn't the cover like a girl with a bunch of stuff around her, like at her computer?
Yes,
okay,
essentially.
And so to me,
junk.
It's a movie about a girl who buys too much online.
Me.
Yeah.
So it's a movie about me.
Of course.
But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
With some of those, it was basically a documentary about like how they break down like how different companies, you know, they're making all these products. When you buy like how like when a high fashion brand makes an item and then it trickles down to like J. Crew, Abercrombie, H&M, SHEIN, and like how many of those garments are being produced to where they end up. The documentary itself didn't really touch me just because there are specific points about it that I feel like miss for me. But the only part of it that truly hit me was the one section where they talked about like SHEIN clothes and like when you like donate, when you ever like take a bag of clothes and you're like, I don't want these clothes, I'm just gonna throw them in like one of those donation bins. And you think, they're gonna end up at a thrift store. Some happy family is gonna love my shirts, my sweaters, or whatever. They don't. They get packed up in bales and sent to Africa, essentially. The people in Africa are like getting these bales, cutting them open, trying to resell them in open air markets, and when they don't, they just dump them on the beach, and it's just washed up on the beach and creating mountains and mountains of clothes and waste. That's the only fucking part of that whole documentary that actually hit me.
And it's for sure like these things are being bagged up and sent to Africa. That sounds kind of conspiracy theory.
That's one part of it.
Okay.
One part of it.
Okay.
Sure. A lot of it's turned into rags. Some of it's turned repurposed and shredded.
Okay.
But like that piece of it and seeing the imagery and like the nonprofit that like goes and cleans up the beaches.
Yeah.
And like just gunks of ocean washed, scrapped clothes and mountains. It was very sad. And like literally like piles of shoes in this open air market, just like literally it was a dude sitting in front of like a mountain of Jordans just trying to hawk them. Like I was like, yikes.
When I went to Mexico a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We were in a village, not like we were outside of Mexico City, staying with some family, and there were like this giant open air market where people like it's so interesting. They're like reselling anything and everything. It's like if they found it, like they're trying to sell it, and there was piles of shoes, and people had these like headsets and little microphone like speaker boxes, and were trying to sell trying to sell the shoes, and they had a whole pile that only had one of each shoe, and they had the second one somewhere else so that you couldn't run off with like, the pair of shoes. But
the only thing is, like, with these documentaries about, like, overconsumption and waste and overbuying, the only thing that hits me is just like the recycling and food consumption pieces that never hit for me, because I feel like there's like this element of shame in like recycling and like, oh, like all these foods are put in plastic things, and like you can't recycle half of this, and blase, and people like, I don't know, it just felt like this like element of shame against people who buy cheap food. But I'm like, they're not factoring in like people that are poor that can't afford to go to the farmer's market and like get apples wrapped in paper.
Right.
And that pisses me off so fucking bad that like these documentaries always never hit that part for me. They're always focusing on like people that can, oh, you can afford to buy orange juice in a glass bottle. Why aren't you?
Right.
Why aren't you doing that? And then it's like, we're going to just make this a broad message, shame everybody. And they're not thinking about like people like my mom, who literally went to Dollar Tree to make us dinners. Like, she couldn't fucking afford to go to the fucking New York City fucking farmer's market and get like farm raised beef wrapped in butcher's wax paper and string. No, she was buying fucking frozen beef and beefaroni, bitch. Like, what the fuck, in a fucking plastic bag? Like, we can't do that. It's like they just forget, or I don't know if it's like willful forgetness, or they just want to shame a broad audience. And that's why that's the only aspect I never like about these overconsumption documentaries, is they forget about poor people who simply cannot afford to have the luxury to buy recyclable items.
Right.
And that pisses me off so bad.
Yeah.
As someone who's lived through it.
Yeah,
like,
I remember growing up and like everything was plastic Tupperware, and then when I would go to like friends or other family members' houses, like they would be like, "Oh, take some of this home with you." Like, "Oh, like take some, I'm not going to eat it all." And they pull out like their glass Pyrex. And I'm like, I'm like, holy shit.
So
like,
heavy.
This is incredible. I'm like, this must be $100, and that's why that's why I don't have it, you know? And it's crazy, like even little things like that, you know? It is like, okay, if the poor side is, okay, we're going to get the cheap plastic because we can afford it.
Right.
And we won't have to wash it, so we're going to save money doing water, like not doing dishes that way.
Yep.
We don't need to, we can use the space in the sink for something else or whatever. You know, the same thing with like people who aren't using their ovens or like using it to like for storage or stuff like that. Like it is, that's so crazy and interesting. Yeah, thinking about like the waste of it all and how it's that same thing like with like healthy food and fast food.
Yes.
Fast food, it's like, okay, yeah, it's bad for you, but it's $1.
Yeah.
It's $1.
Right.
And like sometimes some people only have $1.
Yeah.
They can't buy a $18 salad from Sweet Green.
Right.
Like
in a paper box.
Right, exactly.
Good for you.
Right.
You want a fucking cookie, bitch?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
Right.
And that's like the one I'm for like getting rid of overconsumption and not going to TJ Maxx and buying a Hello Kitty blanket just because you saw it online. I'm for that. 'Cause I don't need that shit.
Right.
Like, I'm so proud of myself because obviously talked about my disease earlier. I had a SHEIN cart, $400 worth of stuff in it.
Ugh.
I did not buy it. Cyber Monday went by. Black Friday went by. And I looked at that shit and said, I don't need that.
I didn't know you were still like buying stuff from SHEIN.
Only for vacation.
Okay.
Because I'm going to wear it once, throw it in the garbage. But I don't need to do that.
Right.
I just don't.
I bought from SHEIN one time. And it was like two years ago now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And it was for... say it with me, the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. I bought like the sparkly stuff because it was like
for the bit
$3.
Yeah.
$3. I'm like, I'm not gonna spend. Well, first of all, there's not like good full sequence outfit options from anywhere that you can buy.
Right.
And when those places are the only spots you can get like things that are, and honestly, like I thought when I was going to order from SHEIN. When I ordered, I was like, okay, it's $3. My expectation is this is going to last and feel like a $3 garment.
Yeah, right. That's the expectation.
And it wasn't. Like, the sparkle stuff that I got for the tour, actually decent, good quality. This stuff is still lasting. I'm still wearing it for costumes and looks and like stuff all the time.
Right.
I mean, I went to the Era store again 2 months ago.
Right.
2 years later, a year later, whatever, however long it's been.
I wore the same thing.
And I wore a different outfit.
Okay.
But that's because I did buy like 5 different things the first time I bought it because I didn't know which one I was going to wear. But yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that, but something about buying and SHEIN. It's other things it's like, okay, and this sounds so stupid and whatever, block me for it. But if you want me, if the argument is that I should be buying stuff from somewhere more sustainable and getting the same product that way, then my argument is, then make it the same price.
Or close to it.
Yeah, like, don't make, if I can get something for $7, if it's something I need for something, for $7 from SHEIN.
Yeah.
Or for $37 from somewhere that is gonna then charge me $15.99 for shipping.
Yes.
For ground shipping that'll come in 5 to 10 days.
Yeah, you need
like it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Do I feel bad about that? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll feel guilty about it, but when that's my option and that's like what I end up doing because I feel like I have to, and that's like my whatever, like it's, I don't know. Also like making people feel bad about it.
Yeah, right. You can't, that's the whole aspect of that. It's just shaming people who can't afford luxury.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that food is a luxury too.
Yeah.
That's what these documentaries always forget, and it pisses me off so bad. So I'm all about like the blocking overconsumption of just junk.
Yeah.
Temu lights, sunset lamps, star lights, and all that bullshit. But like when it comes to food scarcity, there should just be no fucking shame. Like I just feel like that should have been left out of that whole documentary. Do not shame a mother for going to Dollar Tree and getting Hamburger Helper and chicken burgers in a bag, and fucking don't shame somebody for that because she can't fucking afford to go to Erewhon and get her kids fucking shakes, you dumb bitch. Like, stop.
Yeah.
But with that, I'm blocking overconsumption of just straight junk.
Yeah.
No more junk. No more buying makeup because I'm sad. No more buying, filling up a cart on Amazon to give myself like 30 seconds of gratification just because I hit buy now. Yeah. No more of that going into the year.
I've never pressed buy now because I'm scared of what it does.
It just goes straight to cart and it goes straight to your pay. You just pay.
Oh, I thought if I was clicking buy now that it was going to just go ahead and pay for me, and so that's why I've never clicked it.
What do you mean pay for you?
I like in my head buy now is like I'm pressing that and it's running the card that I have saved on file.
No, it goes buy now and it says, okay, is this the address? Is this the card? Hit buy now. It's just confirming. It's a secondary confirmation. I
like that because I don't like having to do 5,000 steps in between.
No, we're blocking.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's what I'm blocking. Okay. Overconsumption, no junk buying, no crap buying. Sticking to the good stuff, being intentional, thrifting, and just only investing in nice things for myself going forward. Nice bags, nice sweaters, nice leather. All good stuff.
Nice, like, things that are
gonna last me forever.
And, like, thoughtfully made and sustainably made. And, like, that's... the money you're saving from all these small purchases, like, can go towards paying a little bit more for something better.
Yes, exactly. I want to die with these things. Is my MO. Yeah, that's what I'm blocking. What are you blocking this week?
This week, I am especially with coming out of like holiday travels and travels to the family. This one's near and dear to my heart. I am blocking electric rental cars.
Oh, bitch.
It was this summer for my little brother's birthday. I went home.
Not hybrid, full electric.
No, full electric cars that have nowhere to put gas because they are fully electric.
I'm screaming.
had an experience.
You
I
died.
I felt like it.
Oh my god.
I had rented a car when I went home. I got there. They're like, "We're gonna upgrade you. Do you want to upgrade? You can either have this car or this car." And I don't know anything about cars, and I couldn't tell you any of the ones that he said or whatever. So I asked the guy. I was like, "Which one's the better one?" He goes, "This one. It's fully electric." And I was like, "That sounds incredible. I know that's good for the world, etc." And
We are on theme.
right, yeah. So I went ahead and got it, and they don't explain anything to you, and they don't tell you kind of how it works. They get excited. They're like, "Ooh, you're gonna feel the power when you press the gas," because it does go like you think about pressing. Yeah, you think about pressing the gas, and it is automatically going 60, 70, 80 miles an hour. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's cool.
I like that.
What kind of car was it? What was the make and model?
Oh, so once again, I don't know anything about cars, and I couldn't tell you a single thing about it. Oh, no, it was a BMW.
Ooh.
I remember that.
SUV?
That is why, yeah, like a
Wow.
compact SUV. Yeah.
Oh,
I do
I've
remember
seen
that
those
now
on the road.
because he gave me, like, it was basically like a Toyota Camry. I'm making it up. Toyota Camry or this fully electric BMW, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, "What do you want?" He was like, the BMW, that's what you should get. And I was like, "Oh, you sound right. That's probably not wrong." So I went about my life. I'm like, okay, well, it says I have like 200, 300 something miles before I need to charge it. And in my head, I'm like, okay, you know what? It would be absurd to think that people are taking these cars to charge somewhere and being there longer than 30 minutes. You know, I'm like, that's silly. You can, like, when gas takes you 7 minutes max,
Right.
if you go into the side, you go to the bathroom, you buy a Laffy Taffy. I don't know. I was trying to say beef jerky, but I couldn't think of it fast enough. Oh, a Toblerone. You fill up a giant styrofoam cup full of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, and good ice.
Good ice. Yeah, or the Pebble. Oh, like Sonic Pebble Ice. Oof. So I went about my life doing my things, you know, and like, yeah. And it was like, you know what? When it got to like 50 miles left, I was like, that's a good amount. That's enough for me to start figuring out how I'm going to get somewhere to charge this.
Yeah.
And I pull up a little map, and it's like, all right, charging stations near me. And it's showing me a lot of Tesla stations. And I'm looking up info about this car because, once again, they told me nothing. And this car cannot be charged at a Tesla station, which makes sense. Those are for Teslas.
Yeah.
And I was like, no worries. I see some other ones on here. I'll just go to those.
Yeah.
I went to 3 different gas stations that had these.
Oh.
One of them, like, the glass was shattered, and I'm sure it hasn't been working for 2 years.
Oh my god.
The second one just wasn't on. It didn't work. And the third one, of course, was not there at all. There was not even a gas station there. It took me to, like, the parking lot of, I don't remember what it was, but like an empty gated parking lot.
Oh my god.
So by that point, I had used about 30 miles, and I had a little less than 20 left. And I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? The closest one the closest one to me now is about 37 miles away. So I'm not going to make it. And I'm not going to make
There's
it.
no reserve battery power?
No. And also,
Like
I'm
a spaceship?
I'm about the 30-minute drive. I don't know how many miles, like, how many, I don't know. Is it like, maybe, let's say I'm 30 miles from like home
Yeah.
to get home to my mom so I can like be there. And I'm panicking. I'm like, I can't even drive home right now.
Oh my god.
So
That's scary.
I call my cousin who knows about things, and he's smart and he's great and I love him. And I'm like, Chase, I don't know what to do. I have this car that I need to charge, whatever. And there's nowhere I can go. And so funny. He's like, this is so funny you're saying this. I'm with my friend right now at the Tesla charging station. Can you just bring it here? And I'm like, no, I can't. And he's like, okay, well, go open the trunk, look in the back, see if there are any charging cables. And I look, and there are charging cables. So I'm like, oof, okay, good. He's like, all right, well, bring it over to my house, which wasn't that far, and we'll plug it in and charge it. I'm like, ooh. He's like, it might take a minute. Like, it's going to take a little bit, but at least you'll get a charge, and maybe enough to get you home, or enough to, like, get you to a charging place.
Oh, my God.
So I go, and by now it's like 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m., and I get there and we plug it in, and I plug it in. And when you do that, it says, it's going to say, great, I'm going to go ahead and tell you how long before you're fully charged, and also how fast, like how long it's going to take for 1 mile.
Yeah.
So something really cool about this situation is I plugged it in, and it said, great. So in about, I think it said like 27 hours, you'll be fully charged.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I was like, well, that's not going to work. But also, like, I don't need it to be fully charged. I just need enough to get wherever I'm going.
Is it like when you have to, like, return a car on full? Did you have to return it, like, fully charged?
No.
Okay.
But that wasn't even that. This was, I just got to town. Like, this is the first day I got home.
Oh my God.
And I still had 2 days left. Yeah.
That's like my worst fucking nightmare.
Yeah. And gets better. Plugged it in. And it says, great. At this rate, you're charging 1 mile every, I think it was like 1 mile every 4 hours. And I was just like,
what?
Now, I don't understand what's going on here. So I stayed there for a long time. I got it to, I'm not even kidding, just barely enough to be able to get me to go to my stepmom's house for my brother's birthday, which is why I went home.
Yeah.
And got to her place. Was like, I need to plug it in as soon as I get there. I did that. Luckily, between that was literally like a 20-hour period between me I stayed at my cousin's all night. Like, it was so cuckoo crazy. And I, at the end of the birthday party, like, I had enough to get me almost to the airport to go home, because I had to go home right after that. I had to fly back.
You, like, rented it at the airport?
Yeah, from the airport.
Oh, thank God.
And I got, when I was leaving there, I was like, okay, I'm not going to make it to the airport based on how much charge I have. I need to find something between here and there where I can charge this. And the only options were, and by the way, I was already running late, and I already had to push my flight back an hour because I wasn't going to make it because I had to keep charging. I luckily ended up finding a BMW dealership near the airport that has an open gate. This was like a Sunday. You can just go in and hook up. You do have to, like, pay, but whatever. I would have paid whatever.
How much?
I don't even know. It ended up being like, I don't know. I was just too stressed because I was so close to the airport is where this dealership was.
Oh my God.
And, like, also so close to literally needing to be boarding my flight.
Oh my God.
And I honestly, I don't even remember if I made that flight. I wonder if I had to get on the next one. I don't remember. Because I ended up charging it just enough to get to the airport and have a little bit left. Could not figure out how to get to where to return the rental cars.
Spinning around.
Yeah.
Like
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
loop-de-loops.
Yes.
Oh
yeah. Because the signs are like, turn left, right here. And it's like, go this way. And you're like,
Actually, detour it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, turn here, and you turn, and then you get to the next sign. It's like, and back there is the place. And it's like, okay, wait a second. You just told me to go this way, and now you're telling me to go around. But of course, you can't just turn around. You have to go all the way around about 2 miles just to get back, to be able to go back towards the direction you need to go. And I got to the airport, whatever, returned the car, got on the thing. I was so fucking stressed. And I told myself I will never, ever, ever rent an electric rental car again. But I will say, now I kind of do know what I need to do.
Which is?
Well, I need to, like, not wait till the last minute to charge it, and I need to know where charging places are, or I need to rent a Tesla, because those stations are everywhere.
Yeah,
they're everywhere, and Tesla even has, like, quick charging ones too that you pay a little more and it, like, zaps it fast.
A little zap.
I'm sweating just remembering that.
Oh my God, no, I'm stressed out.
That fucking sucked.
Oh my God. That's so rough.
I know.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So that's sort of my deal with blocking electric rental cars.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna jump on that block list just because like my worst nightmare is getting a rental car and like getting trapped in the wilderness with like no charging station.
Yeah.
And like that's how I die.
Yeah, don't do electric.
No.
It will not be worth it. If it were easier, again, kind of going back to your thing, if it were easier and more accessible for us to do the right thing, which is own, operate, drive, and rent electric vehicles, I would say do that every time. Even if it costs a little bit more to go ahead and rent the electric one, because it's going to be better at the end of the day for the world.
You would think.
But where I'm at in my life right now, I say, even if it's a Hummer 3,
Not an H3, but
take that and pump gallons and gallons and gallons of gas into it, and do not get an electric rental car.
Bitch, I could never. No, I don't. No, I won't even do a hybrid. Absolutely not.
No, hybrids I'm fine with, because like you don't have to charge those.
No, true. You can just do gas.
Yeah, there's gas.
But still,
and then it charges itself or something.
I don't know. Was it gyroscope?
I don't either. Yeah.
Oh, I have a funny rental car story. This is not about an electric car.
Okay.
But this is a gas car. So me and Adrian, we always have like weird rental car. Every time we take a trip, like locally, and I mean locally, I mean the United States, we always have like weird rental car and Airbnb things. I'll get into Airbnbs another time because like me and Adrian have like a specific curse that I think a witch put on us, like when it comes to Airbnbs. But I can talk about that another time because it's really funny and kind of cool. But the last time maybe second to last time we rented a car, we were in Atlanta for ThriftCon, which is really cool. It's cool. It's really cool. It's like a traveling thrift convention that goes from state to state, and they like basically tour like all over the country. And we were going to Atlanta because we really were like, we wanted some 1996 Atlanta pieces like for our wardrobe and collections. And we rented a car. Everything was fine, but like it was funny because they were like, oh, you like go on the website and you're like, you're getting a brand new Honda CRV or whatever. We get there, it was a fucking hoopty. First of all, like I swear to God, there was duct tape on the fucking bumper. I had to take a picture of it because I didn't want them to think like I came back and they're like, this bitch hit a fucking hydrant, like because I'm not playing that shit with them. And literally, so we were staying in like the middle of Atlanta, like right off Peachtree Street, like the main drag. And we parked the car in like this parking lot where you had to like pay via app. And I kid you not, I think all of Atlanta's like parking areas are all fucking scams. They have to be. It's all run by some like scam artist crews that like set up fake app signs or something and make you pay into like a cash app.
I feel like that's exactly how downtown Dallas is.
It has to be. Yeah. It's all fake.
Yes.
We literally thought nothing of it, left the hoopty in the parking lot, came back the next morning. It's the morning of the convention. We wanted to be the first ones there because there was one specific seller that we really wanted to see first because he had like this original Aaliyah like concert tee that I wanted that he posted online, and I wanted to be the first one there to get it. It's super rare. We go there, it's like 7:00 in the morning. We walk over to the parking lot, boot on the fucking car.
Oh my God.
Boot on the fucking car. There's another girl in the parking lot shrieking because she's like, I fucking paid. I did this and I did that. What the fuck? And Adrian literally, I literally get to the car and he was going into the hotel he was grabbing. He was in the hotel lobby getting us coffee. I get to the car first and I was like, oh my God, he's going to freak out. I don't even know how to say this to him. I don't know what to say. He literally comes into the park. I'm standing there dumbfounded, like emoji, like in front of the car. And like, he comes up, he's got the 2 coffees and donuts, sweet little kind man he is. And he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, there's a boot on the car. He's like, fuck! Like the first time I've ever seen him like do that. Like do a real manly emotional show. And I was like, oh, don't do that. I'm scared. I'm so sad. And thank God the fucking boot man just happened to come back. And this is how I know it was low-key a scam, because the boot man wasn't even wearing a uniform. He had on like Jordan basketball shorts and a dirty t-shirt with oil stains on it, with like boots on his arm. And like the girl who was shrieking on her friend's phone, and she saw him jump out of the car because he was about to put more boots on the fucking cars in the parking lot. She was like, "Yo, get the fuck over here. Take this fucking boot off. I paid." And we like literally cornered him. Me and my husband and this girl cornered him and showed him our apps. Like, we fucking paid for parking. And he literally dropped the boots. He's like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm doing my job." And then we were like, we fucking paid. We fucking paid last night, whatever. And it was, I forget what time of the year it was. But it was bullshit, because this dude literally goes, my app is set to last year. You know, it's the new year or whatever. Because I think it was like February or some shit like that. And he literally tried to play us and be like, my app is set to 2022. That's crazy. We were like, take these fucking boots off right now. So thank fucking God that guy just happened to be showing up to just put more boots on cars. And we were able to like get him to take these fucking boots off.
Jeez.
But
that's crazy.
Yeah. Crazy rental stories. But I'll get into my Airbnb lore, because that's deep.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Enough of that.
Should we do our next segment?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
This is our segment, Block or Gawk.
Block or Gawk.
Where we are going to rapid fire some things at each other.
Yeah.
And you have two options.
Yeah.
You block it or you gawk it.
You block or you...
Exactly. So we'll go, you do one, I do one.
Okay.
And we'll go back and forth. So you go first.
Let's do it. Alrighty?
Yes.
Block or Gawk. NYC honky tonks.
Oh, gawk, 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 gawk. Absolutely 100%.
Okay.
Block or gawk, having to go inside to pay for gas.
I mean, I've done it my whole life. Gawk, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Block or Gawk. Hot chocolate. The thick kind.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Block or gawk. I hope you know this one. Talladega Nights.
Gawk.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
We
I
need to
have
watch
like
that.
a Talladega t-shirt.
Let's do that tonight.
I'll wear that for the next. I'll wear that
Yes.
for the next one. I have my
Okay.
own race car
Okay.
t-shirt. Amazing. Okay. Block or Gawk. 1 second. Sorry, I'm pulling this up. Block or Gawk. Silly vintage t-shirts.
I'm gonna block. I think there are people that can do it well. I think you do it very well, but they're just not me. That's just not me.
Wow.
But I love you and I
You heard
lift
it.
you up and I praise you.
You heard it here first, people.
Block or gawk. Sneakers with a town/brand sole. Brown sole.
Tan/brown sole.
When the sole on the bottom, like the rim around the bottom of the shoe is brown or tan and not white or black.
Well, what kind of shoe is it?
Not what I asked.
Gawk. I mean,
Okay.
Because that's hard for me, because it could depend on what kind of.
Okay, I'm
shoe
not
it is.
saying like a brown loafer. Well, of course.
Like a
It's not a
sneaker?
brown shoe. The shoe's not brown.
Like a sneaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gawk.
I know, but I don't like those. Okay.
You know, all my shoes are like tan, brown, cream.
Yeah. I like a black or white.
I love all colors. You're gonna see my sneaker collection when we
Yeah.
get back.
Wow.
My shoe collection is pretty crazy. Even though I wear like 3 shoes every day you see me.
Yeah.
Because I don't wear all my cool shit like to work, because they don't deserve it.
Oh, okay. Let me say this first. And that was blocked or gawk.
Now it's blocked or Gawk. That was a good one. That was
good. Well, okay. We'll hit on a couple of those real quick and then we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
First one comes to mind, Talladega Nights. I mean, what a fucking classic.
I love that
so
movie.
good. That has been on my mind lately. I was listening to
God.
a podcast and someone said something about it. And I was like, immediately, I was like, I'm putting that on my list for Block or Gawk. It was so good. It was so
Look, I
good.
can love that movie.
Yeah.
What else? Thick hot chocolate.
Yes. Big fan.
That came up today because I went and got hot chocolate today.
Yes.
And got it from Italy. It was like chocolate pudding.
I know.
Delicious.
I know.
We'll have to go back
And it's
and
always
get it. You would
so hot,
love it.
though.
It was good. It
Ugh.
wasn't like burning hot.
Yeah.
It was like
Oh,
warm.
I've done it from Italy, too.
So good.
Yeah.
I gotta try it with the whipped cream on
Yeah.
top.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
First time I had it was maybe it was in the UK. I went somewhere and they were like, okay, here's this, but like you're not, it comes in tiny cup and you're like, I'm like, what is up with this? I ordered chocolate. Like, I know what I want. And they're like, no, trust me. It's a sipper.
This is fudge.
And I do it and I'm like, just like barely sipping, and I'm like, woo! Oh, it's so good.
Fudge.
Wow.
Just hot fudge.
Yeah.
In a cup. What was your other one?
Talladega Nights, Brown Souls. Oh, going inside to pay for gas.
Yeah, that's like nothing to me. Like,
I know.
That's just like, it's not like, it's funny, that would be Adrian's block because he grew up in Jersey. So like, you know, they just sit in their car and a pauper pumps their gas.
Yeah.
So
for me, it was, I mean, so still like,
then you get a
like
little
social
gum,
anxiety.
You get a walk.
I used to hate to have to go in and talk to the person, and the whole walk from the car to the person to pay, I'm like saying the number of the pump over and over and over and over in my head. Yes, and as soon as I get to the register, of course, I'm like, I know it's pump 5, but something tells me that it's no longer pump 5,
and then you go,
and I'm going to say the wrong number, and the guy's going to look at me and say, "There's not a car at pump 5," and I'm going to have to run to the bathroom and take my own life.
No, literally.
So I'm literally like, and then the other reason I don't like doing it is because still to this day, I don't know what to do if I was like, I go in and I am like $20 on pump 5, and I go and it only does $18.50 because
why would it do that?
Because it fills all the way up.
Oh,
and then it's like, okay, do I go and say you owe me $1.50?
Yes.
I would never do that.
That's
I'd be like,
insane.
Keep the change.
I would go get a soda.
But that's why I don't do that.
Oh.
But I do like the idea and the concept of while someone else is pumping gas, I'm like, I'm going to go in and get a Cherry Coke Zero and a Kit Kat.
Oh, you see,
and a beef jerky and a bag of Funyuns.
Attention, so like going in to get gas is just another opportunity for everyone to see my outfit.
Yeah.
And tell me how pretty I am.
100%.
And for the, you know, the Aki at the gas station, be like, beautiful, are you married? Do you have a boyfriend?
What is Aki?
Oh, that's a New York. That's a New York thing. Like the dudes that usually it's a man of Muslim persuasion who runs the store. That's what New Yorkers call the people that run like the corner stores, the gas station. It's usually the Ak.
Why is it called that?
I don't know.
Do we have to cut this? What if it's...
It's a New York slang thing. You can if you want to.
Well, I know, but what if it's bad and mean?
No one's ever told me that.
Well, yeah. Well,
they can.
Of course.
I don't think so. Look it up.
I'll look it up. Oh, I have to remember to look at this.
Look it up.
Okay, what was your other one? You had another one, right?
I had vintage t-shirts.
Yeah.
Blocking.
Yeah.
Goofy vintage tees.
Yeah.
Silly goofy times.
They don't look good on me.
Is it the size?
I don't know. I think, like I said, there are people that can do them. You're one of them.
Thank you.
I said that.
Okay.
But me, I can't. And it's not goofy, I guess. That Disney vintage tee that I have, the shoulders just go down so far, and it makes me look 8,000 pounds. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I get why you do it. Right. For me, it's just like more nostalgic, just because like growing up in New York and like back to school shopping in the 90s and like going to Jamaica Queens, like the girls who get it will get it. Like going to Jamaica Avenue, going to VIM, like you don't know anything about this, but the girls will know.
Yeah, for sure.
And like there's like and Jamaica Avenue and there's like the little stores that have like would have shirts like this and like thugged out Tweetie Bird and thugged out Bugs Bunny and like SpongeBob holding like a cigar, a joint, and like a stack of cash, like and glitter and shit like that. Like all these shirts like this are like very nostalgic for me and brings me back to like that element of my childhood and like youth and like my dad wearing these shirts because he had me at fucking 21. So like he was a kid basically. So he was wearing shirts and my mom's wearing clothes like this. So it's very heartwarming and nostalgic. Yeah. Gangster Bugs Bunny. No. Thugged out Looney Tunes.
I love it.
It's like, it's part of me.
Yeah. So. Do you know the song Part of Me by Katy Perry?
No.
I think it's called Part of Me. Huh.
Give me a bar.
Well, I'm thinking of, what's that one? Summer After High School. Radiohead. Got matching tattoos. Whoa. Still face like a friend in another life. I would be your girl if you got the promises. Be us against the world. Bro, stay with us. We're almost to the part that's going to say the title of the song, and I don't know what it is until I get there. In another life, I'll make you say. It's the one that got away. Damn.
The one that got away?
Huh.
Bitch, that was
we just sang a whole song to get to the wrong title.
Great cue.
Amazing.
I love how we were.
I know,
like,
we were kind of good. We were good.
I like that.
They're going to demonetize us.
No, literally. Katy Perry's going to send a cease and desist.
Oh my God. Catherine Hudson.
That
Yeah. You know that's her real name?
Catherine Hudson?
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You know, her first album was a Christian album.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. And her second
She's
one
a pastor's
was...
daughter, is she not?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that. The real ones know.
The real ones do
The
know.
real ones know.
Ugh. Well,
That was Dr. Gox.
that was Boxer Cox.
That was a good one. I like that one.
That was
We
fun.
got deep on that
We
one.
got deep. We did. I won't see you until, you won't hear from us until after your thing.
Yeah.
And after the holidays.
I'll be back from Mexico. I'll be darker.
Back from Mexico and black from Mexico.
And I'll be black from Mexico. Crisp. I will have a tan line on
Yes.
my lace hairline. Don't say shit
my God.
when I get back.
That's going to be so funny. I love that.
You see me with a tan line around my hairline, don't say shit. But I'm gonna be so happy and happy to talk about my adventures
Ugh.
and probably getting blackout in like this very chill resort. Like at the club. Like
Yeah.
literally I've been commenting.
Oh, we didn't even talk. We were going to talk about the resort.
Oh.
We didn't talk about it at all. That's all right. Whatever.
That's
You'll
all right.
talk about it when you come back.
Yeah, I'll talk about it when I come back. But one more thing I want to add about
Yeah.
that, because now I'm like so excited and hyped about going to this resort. I've been like such a groupie and commenting on like the account for like the resort, and I'm like, can't wait to be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there 5 days.
I did that same thing whenever I went to Tulum.
I was like, I'll be there 5 days. And like people are leaving comments like, oh, make sure you see this bartender in this video. His name is so and so.
Yeah.
Make sure you see him at this bar. And I was
Oh
like,
my
I'm getting
God.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, I saw you on Instagram. Line
Oh
up
my
the
God.
shots.
Wow.
This is like a chill, like relaxing
Yeah.
spa, like a resort.
Ugh, I'm so jealous.
Uh,
And
I'll
I'll
send
see
you
you when I
videos.
get back from Texas.
yeah. Oh my god.
Aw, I'm so excited to see everyone
We're gonna
and
see
do
each other in
everything.
like a year.
Yeah.
Literally next year.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Pretty
wow.
much.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so far away.
I know.
No.
wait.
No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. That is it. This is Block Podcast.
Alright,
Thank you.
Block Podcast.
Follow us on Instagram at
Please.
Block Pod. And
If you liked it, subscribe.
leave a review, leave a
Yes.
comment, share with your friends. Tell us what you like, tell us what you hate, and tell us what you think about old vintage Thugs Bug Bunny t-shirts.
And tell us what you're blocking.
Yes, tell us what you want to block. And that's it. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.